Foresight Pathology operates clinics across New South Wales, Queensland and Victoria and has been managing a large bulk of the testing and laboratory work. Their medical director, Dr. Kate Harris, joins me now live. Dr. Harris, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Obviously, significant wait times are continuing at the moment. People are being turned away. Can you provide us an update as to where things are at?
Yes, at the moment, we, as like other companies, we've reduced the amount of clinics that are open in an attempt to really sort of control the people who are coming for testing. So obviously the people who need to be tested are positive rapid antigen, people who are symptomatic and overseas travellers.
I was just going to say, you've been forced to close clinics then. How many have you closed and is it nationwide at the moment?
It is nationwide. We've kept, what we've done is looked at the cities and have targeted areas so that, say, for instance, Melbourne and Sydney, we're looking at north, south, east and west so that it's easy for people to get to them. We also have reduced hours just in an attempt to really, as I said before, target the people who need to be tested.
In the last week, there's been changes to close contacts, so the definition of. Will that make any difference? This
is an incredibly difficult question to answer because really what has happened to all the companies is the significant increase in positive cases has changed the way we've been testing. So in the past, and it's the same with all diagnostic companies, Red Cross doing blood tests, donor testing. What you do is you pool your tests, and so you can use less reagent in a negative population. But as the population has become positive, we don't pool anymore. So, in actual fact, the issue that's happening with all companies is running out of reagent. Doesn't matter how many close contacts, not close contacts or anything. It's because we have so many positive people and have had to change the way we test. It is an issue for every single company. The other issue for every company is the amount of staff who are also testing positive. So we've lost staff as well.
Should these delays have been foreseen, do you think?
Again, I'm not sure about this in that we knew that with the opening up of everything at once, the amount of people with infection was going to increase rapidly. I don't know if it was really predicted that it would increase this rapidly. I help on the collection queues, and I've said to a few people, I feel as though I didn't get the memo about this was going to suddenly happen to us all at once, and it happened very rapidly.
Had you warned government that this could happen?
The one that we did warn in particular, and what the warning was about the turnaround times. We knew as the increased positivity was going to hit us all, that the turnaround times for test results was going to stretch out. And it is the turnaround time that's the important one for people to be able to continue working and for industry to keep going. And that's what we were warning, that this opening up everything, requiring testing for Queensland, requiring testing for everywhere else, would blow out everyone's turnaround times, which is exactly what's happened.
I guess the situation it's causing so much frustration, not just for people getting PCR testing, but the significant pressure that the clinics are obviously under right now. How long do you foresee these delays continuing for?
I think this week will also be an issue because I do know, and look, the other problem is every diagnostic company supplier tends to shut down over Christmas. And that's actually been the issue. We all get notified 1 to 2 weeks before Christmas, get your orders in for Christmas because everyone shuts their doors between Christmas and New Year. None of us were able to predict just how much supplies. We had supplies in, but we all have had problems last week with supplies sitting on tarmacs, going through customs. Customs also has reduced staff over last week. So there are so many different things that have affected our ability to test. There are things that can be done. Chicago has a fantastic way of getting things done quickly. We're using a combination of rapid antigen test with PCR test at the time of testing, rather than making people buy their own. The pathology company does the rapid antigen and PCR at the same time. And that's a simple way of being able to streamline your testing. Now, whether we have to start looking at how it's done in other places is probably actually how we're going to have to go.
Well, hopefully we can get some more supplies of rapid antigen tests soon. Just finally, Dr. Harris, for people out there who might be watching this, who are still awaiting their PCR test or who have simply given up because they just can't be bothered to wait in line or have been turned away, have you got a message for anybody?
Certainly the ones, what we do is when we close at midday, we tell come early in the morning, and we do the testing. People who we're working so hard to try and get everyone's result out.
Some very difficult times ahead for everyone. Dr. Kate Harris, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We really appreciate it.
That's fine. Thank you.